How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to One Mic Live. It feels like it's been too long. Not content-wise. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. A lot of pre-recorded content coming out, but with the lives, it's been few and far between. I think the last one might have been August, September. Can't actually remember. But we're here now, people. There's over 100 people waiting. Apologies for the delay. You become somewhat used to that. Love for the love as always. Like, hype, subscribe, share, do what you need to do, engage. It's about you as much as it's about my opinions. It's about yours as well. This is what this show is about. That's why there's no one here with me on One Mic Live. It's One Mic, it's me, it's the community. We talk. And there's quite a bit to talk about, not just, because it's been a long time, but because it's international break. As much as it's been welcomed, as an Arsenal fan, we're left a bit sour, bitter at the back end of it. And I'm going to get into why. I'm not going to start on the bad stuff. We'll talk about, or I'll talk about the good side of the international break for me. Big up Turkey, big up Ireland. Yeah, we'll talk about that briefly. Well, obviously, you're here for the Arsenal stuff, really. So we'll talk about Arsenal, the upside in the building. If you want me to talk about anything else, let me know. I don't mind. I'm here to talk, people. Come on. Let me quickly scroll up and see what the community are saying. It's been a while, so yeah. Big up Prashni early, Shimaria as well. Finally, a Turkish live. Big up Nice Fakes as always, my guy. The podcast was great. The podcast. Oh, Matisse. I was thinking loose cannon. Yeah, Matisse is doing his thing. I can't lie to you. It's a privilege for me to be the first one on the podcast. Revamped, fresher, better. And I believe it's over 100K. Whilst I was in Seville, I see Matisse post something, whether it was a community post or whatever. I see that it's hit over 100K. So yeah, big up the love over there as well. Big up Matisse on doing his thing. Hopefully you lot enjoyed. But yeah, it is what it is. Big up Elna, Rob, Redinade. Come on, I'm seeing some new names in the building as well. Love to see it. Love to see it. Big up Jamal, and not Saeed's, alter ego. This is in fact the real Jamal. What's happened to? Why is my something's going on, people? Why is my MacBook not charging? What a start. There we go. That should be all right. Yeah, well, all right. All right, cool. Well, back here, people. Sorry, technical difficulties. I ain't been live in a long time, so hopefully you've already hit that like button. So actually, you can undo it. Don't undo it. Was waiting for this. Big up Sally. Saka bang loose cannons tomorrow. James, big up James Justice as always. I see new faces. I'm seeing old faces too. Kyle Claremont as well. Claremont, sorry. Yeah, loose cannons will be tomorrow. Recording it bright and early as always. Well, I say as always. Sometimes it's a Wednesday night. This time around it's a Thursday morning. It was meant to be tonight and out Thursday morning, but the special guest couldn't accommodate, so we're accommodating and making it happen. And hopefully when it comes out, you'll understand why, and you'll enjoy it as I hope you always do. And leave your honest critiques, feedback in the comment section, if not one for comments of the day. It's been a little while, man. I miss loose cannons already. It's been a little 10-day break. Big up Mark Phillips. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Cello. So I know it is to the new people watching this. They're probably thinking, "Wow, when's he going to get into it?" It's 3 minutes, nearly 4 minutes into the video, and he's still bigging up the community. That's what you got to do, people. Parrot over Mbappe. Come on, GSD. Big up Vince. I'm slowly catching up. Best in the world. Come on, Dens. Always. Red. Link up soon. Big up Red. Finally alive. Has it been that long? Saeed UFC watch along. What do you mean, Andy? Saeed don't. Is it? Did he do a watch along on the weekend or something? Oh no, I didn't know Saeed's into it, but Saeed's a character. You could watch Saeed watching anything really. I mean, imagine what's that show on Channel 4 called where they're sitting on the sofa and watching TV shows and they're just going through clips of different people watching it. Begins with G. I want to say Gossip, but I don't think it is that. But yeah, Saeed would bang on that sort of a show. And actually, he's the next one up on branching out. So make sure you go over subscribe to Matisse's channel. Big up from Uganda. Come on. Big up Africa. Boston in the building. Rastaman said troops. Link up soon with troops as well. If all goes to plan, then yeah. I'll have something special dropping on this channel in January, hopefully. I say special, it's more of a personal, personal thing, but gonna vlog it and see what we can do. Oh yeah, on the vlog stuff, before I do get into it, and it kind of gets us into it. I started vlogging the Seville trip. I wasn't too happy with the footage before the game. And then listen, if you know Seville, if you're from Seville, if you've been Seville, I didn't know this. But come an hour and a half before the game, I'm trying to find an Uber. And the Ubers are like 24 minutes away. And it's not only 24 minutes away, but the pickup point is also 10, 15 minutes away. Every time, refresh the app, there's no Ubers about. Come to find there's other, apps or businesses that take precedent in that area. So I just made the game with 5 minutes to spare. I just made the game. 25,000, 26,000 steps. I checked the health app. I don't open that often, but I checked it because I knew I walked a hell of a lot. I even jogged some of it, even ran some of it. And I ain't running a long time, people, since these knees have been under the doctor's, needle and hands and all of that. Unfortunately, it just doesn't feel the same. So the running took it out of me. Knee collapse come midnight, 1 a.m. when I get back to the hotel. But it was all worth it. And this is the segue. International break. Let's start with the good. And that's, respect earned by Turkey in Seville, and pride restored. Because you see how they smoked us. You see how they smoked us 6-0 in Konya at home. We had to make up for that. And going into this game, Spain hadn't conceded a goal. So I said, listen, score a goal, at least get that mark off of their, their rep from this group stage. Score that goal. I've already heard we're going to rotate a lot. Arda Güler is not going to start. Kenan Yildiz is not going to start. I'm out there in Seville thinking, hopefully I haven't traveled this far by myself for another humbling smoking. But one thing about Turkey is, forget quality for a sec. There's always heart, passion, fire, determination. Aside from Euro 2021, but even that Euro 2021, embarrassing. Euros last year, we made up for it. I think we should have beat Netherlands and made the semis, and we would have gone on to beat England and probably lose to Spain in the final. But I just got to be honest, people. But yeah, well, Turkey were already in the playoffs. Spain were already top of the group. It was going to take a 7-0 drubbing for them to finish second. It was never going to happen. So we move on to the playoffs. And interestingly enough, in those playoff spots, Republic of Ireland. Last week, I think I did a video, or I was on some form of content, and I said, Ireland, the task is too difficult to turn around. Even after the 2-0 Portugal win, I thought, they pushed it to the last day. Troy Parrott, big up. Ronaldo, you had a few quotes before the game. It didn't work out for you, and Ireland kept it alive. And then that man, Troy Parrott, hat trick. Hungary away, Szoboszlai again. I just don't want Turkey to get Ireland in the playoffs, if I'm honest with you. But I've already come to terms with, if it happens, then I've got one country in the World Cup. If it happens, I prefer it not to happen. But if it happens, that's the way I'm going to look at it. Who am I going to support? I'm going to support whoever goes through. Yeah. So don't ask me that nice and early. But big up Republic of Ireland, because listen, as much as I went to see Turkey, Spain, big game, I expected bigger names, maybe a bit more on the line, maybe pushing it there. Ireland really showed up those last two games out of nowhere as well. Out of nowhere. Because don't get twisted, I watch Ireland as well. It's just that there's been nothing much to rave about over the years. Similar to Turkey prior to making Euro 2021, years on end since that last, 2006 Euros, was it? No, 2008. I keep on saying 06, but 08, I think it was. But yeah, 750 in the building. I wonder how many of you want to hear me talk about Turkey and Ireland, but I've got, that's the good side of international break. It was welcomed as an Arsenal fan because of the injuries, but as a Turkey fan who knew, a bit of revenge was on the cards with Spain. And what a game. 2-2. Didn't get embarrassed. Actually, done ourselves proud. Last, can't lie to you. Is there any Spanish people in the chat? Let me know. Is there any Spanish? If you're Spanish in the chat, put your flag there right now, because I need to understand why the food choices are just not It's just not grabbing me. And I go Spain often, Barcelona. I've been like 4 or 5 times. Madrid only once, but now Seville. I don't like what's the food like. Tapas is not meze. So it's not the same sort of thing. It's just not it. I'm not about drinking sangria on a weekday either. And paella is just meat feast rice. Just not feeling that. Meat feast rice. Even meat when the man them used to get meat feast pizza at uni and stuff. Pause, by the way, because it's crazy. But when they used to get meat feast pizza, I just look at them like, bro, how you got beef, chicken? I can't even say the other one. How you got all these things, meats on this one bread, and you're just waxing it? These men in Spain decided bang it all in rice, and I can't lie, a lot of people love it, but yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. Weather banging, the scenery banging. Seville is a beautiful place, very warm as well. I went there track suited off. You know, I bought a couple teas, but track suited off, and it wasn't necessary. It was warm. It was nice. English idiot says paella is one of my favorites. You're one of them meat feast dons, bro. That's what it is. I just don't understand how you got beef, chicken, and paella is even worse than meat feast pizza because they bang a bit of fish in it as well. Beef, chicken, pork, fish, rice, flip it all up. Paella, that's mad. And listen, big up the Asian side of the world because you see how they chicken fried rice, Singapore, if you like that. It's just it's more defined, you know. It's more defined. It's haram. It is meat pieces because, bro. I don't know how we got here. Well, we're about nearly 15 minutes in. So there's 890. There was 750 when I died. Whether you want to hear this sort of stuff, but there's 890 now. So we're doing well. Hit the like button. Let's get to 500 likes. Gat says I don't mix meats. That's it. That's it. That's what it's got to be. Love for the love, Jamal. Come on. English idiot. What you mean? Paella is one of my faves. I'm vegetarian. What? Is there a veggie paella? All sorts of tofu. All sorts of tofu in that paella, if you're telling me you like paella. But yeah. Big up Seamus. All right, this might be long to get into right now. But might be something to get into leading up to playoffs, you know. Because the playoffs are in March. This might be a good piece of content. Why not? Seamus, I'm going to screenshot this page right now. If you don't see this coming up to the playoffs next year, then remind me. But I screenshot it. I'm going to put it in the back burner. Soybean paella. Hey, where is he? Tofu goats. Hey, I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't know if he's vegan, veggie. I don't know if he's because you can't start by saying paella is my fave and then say I'm vegetarian. It's the weather for an Irish stew. It is. Oh, my nan used to make her. Don't make me go on now and start just thinking about my nan. Mate, don't even. Come off the plane, freezing. Welcome home. I'm going from a nice warm country, taking off my hoodie because it's too hot walking around, to a country where I had to put on the Stony on top of this coming out of the airport to get to the car. Why didn't yield those places, Matthew? No, I think it was just rotation. I think Montella with his last group game just decided to rotate it and give the others a chance. And listen, a lot of them did themselves proud. Altai made like 3-4 saves. He was getting a couple chances and he nearly threw it away at the end. But I mean, you know, he didn't. So we can praise the saves. You know, Man United, don't know what you're doing, man. Le Mans, you know, come on, man. That's an issue for Saeed. Big up the new members as well. Javi, come on. Big up Javi, big up Jakob, new members as well. But I do tell the members I ain't got nothing there for you yet. And I've been saying that for years, but at least I'm at a stage now where the content is big up Seamus as well, where the content is where it needs to be, so any further layers can go to members if that's what people want. But at the same time, I'm still trying to, produce a little sign before I think about anything like that. So big up the new members, big up the current members. 9 months in Damia said, big up Turkish. I can't lie. I think we are underestimating our depth in defense. My only worry is the GA Gabriel brings to the team is insane. And maybe this is the time to keep it moving. Maybe this is the time to keep it moving on to Arsenal. But let me just get these other super chats in. Carl says, being Scottish and an Arsenal fan, hey, Scotland, that game was mad. It's not like I watched it, but at one point I'm looking, it's 2-2. No, I first looked, it was 1-0 Scotland. Then I looked, it was 2-2 with like 10 minutes to go, something like that. And then the rest is history. The rest is history. Big up Clouds always. Big up Stringer Bellend. Nkafie's got to prove his worth now. I think he will. Has to. Someone has to. I don't exactly know what we're going to do about this situation, but the good is out of the way. Yeah, 16 minutes of good, positive. And don't get it twisted. I'm still remaining positive about the season because, like that super chat just said, I don't underestimate our defense, but like that super chat just said, I worry more about the attack now. I'm not necessarily looking at any of our defenders now saying you need to step up. They do, but I'm not looking at that right now. What I'm still looking at is the attack needs to step up, even more so now with the Gabriel injury, because Gabriel set pieces, he's a big part of that puzzle that keeps on working for us. As much as Saliba's big, as much as we've got other big players, in the side, Gabriel is the one that's efficient with it. Gabriel is the one that, even if he's not at the end of it, he's the middleman. He's the one causing a bit of a ruckus. So it's a big loss on the attacking front. Now, I did a video on this when he got injured. I did a video and I pressed this silly button on this silly Shaw mic. So when I'm about to upload the video, there's no audio. There's no audio. And this is Saturday, leading up to Eubank Ben. I just said I ain't doing this again, because the video was just natural. I see the news and I just bang the camera on, and I wouldn't replicate that. But now I'm kind of getting into it now. Ancelotti, is he mad? I'm really sorry about this. And that's me being nice, asking, is he mad? Because on Saturday, if that video come out, when he said, I'm really sorry, why is Gabriel playing? And Gabriel, are you mad? All these footballers talk about is the amount of games they're playing. So when you have an opportunity to relax. Why? It's a meaningless friendly against Senegal. Why? I don't care if it's at the Emirates. I don't care if it's at the Emirates. It means nothing. It means nothing to Brazil. It means nothing to the Brazilian people. But it means everything to us. I just don't want to hear man talking about players are playing too much and then justifying playing meaningless friendlies. I'm not hearing that. Talk to him. Why is Isak not starting for Sweden the other day? Why? Isn't he back? Isn't he ready? Doesn't he need minutes? It's a meaningless game. So Liverpool probably said, "Hey, allow it." That's what we need to. That's what we needed to do. It's a bit late now, but that's what we needed to do. It's so frustrating that, because I think D from FamZone said it. I disagree with him in parts, because this one's a meaningless friendly. It means nothing to. Listen, you lot know how much I love supporting Turkey. Even maybe not. You don't know as much the island side because they haven't been good enough since this. Me on YouTube. But if they make the World Cup, you will see. You will see. I understand playing for your country is a big thing. I understand, representing your country is a big thing. This ain't a debut. This ain't a first cap. He's established. He's a big part of that squad. He's the best centre-back in the world at this moment in time, or was, because he's now injured. What benefit is playing him against Senegal? I'm that video Saturday, maybe it's better it didn't come out, because I'm even me now, this is light. This is light, but I can't lie. Like, I'm vexed with Angelotti. I'm vexed with Gabriel. I'm vexed with Mikel if he didn't suggest it, if he didn't request it. Let's use our brains here, people. It's just it's just exhibition friendly game. South America against Africa. It's nice. It's an event. But shit happens. I flew to Seville on my own. Our 2 star boys, best players, didn't play. Do I care? Not really. I understand. We were second. That's it. Real probably called. Juventus probably called and said, "Hey, Montella, come on, you're good." Probably, right? But we just allow it to just play out, and yeah. Another injury. I brought out a video last week. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. A lot of comments said they did, but injuries. I said 5 needs, wants that we need to establish and take control of to win this league. And injuries was about 4th in that list. It shot right up. The defensive standards need to be maintained was 5th on that list. You could argue that's shot up too, because without Gabriel there, it's up to a Hincapié, it's up to a Calafiori if he steps in, and Lewis Skelly. We don't know what Arteta's going to do yet, right? We can all assume Hincapié steps in, Calafiori's left back, cool. We can. By the same time, Miles Lewis Skelly also rumored to be of interest to clubs. Is this his opportunity for to come in whilst Calafiori slots in as left centre back, which is his role in the national side, and he's played multiple times over the years? I still don't know yet. But like that super chat said, defensively, I'm not too. The unit we've built, it cannot crumble because of one man, because our structure and our plan always comes with that first defensive standards, positional, tactical. It's always defensive first minded, if that makes sense. It's evident from the football we see, which isn't bad. We're top of the league, as long as it wins something about time. I don't care how, defensive, attacking, whatever. So I don't think one man being taken out of that defense is the killer, the nail in this whatever. I won't even say coffin. We're top of the league by 4 points. So we've got a nice little lead there, and we don't know how long Gabriel's out for. Is it 4 weeks? Is it 8 weeks? There's a big difference there, right? And on top of that, how does he return? 2 big injuries in a year. Was the other one muscle related? His other one was muscle related as well, wasn't it? Can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure the comments will let me know. But yeah, sorry, I haven't been. I'll catch up with the comments in a sec. I'm just talking to you guys right now, and then I'm gonna see what you have to say. But yeah, Angelotti, from when he said we're really sorry about this, I knew this guy's out of next week straight away. That's why I did the video. The video was at a North London derby, probably at a Bayern Munich, and probably at a Chelsea. When the manager's coming out saying we're sorry about this, firstly, he knows he effed up. He knows he effed up. And secondly, he knows what it is. It's a muscle injury that's even on the best case scenario side of things is 2 weeks. Grade 1 or whatever people like to label it, professionally or socially, whatever. 2 weeks. Grade 3, grade 4. I'm just making these up, by the way. When it comes to muscle injuries, 3 months, 4 months, who knows? But that Angelotti quote told me all I need to know in terms of this big week coming up. But like I said, as much as I'm angry here, frustrated, bear in mind some of the words I'm saying is that I'm still confident in our defense, because I know there's a lot of sensitive, fans, especially Arsenal fans out there that are probably hearing me talk like this, and they're taking paracetamol already. The Calpol's out. A masseuse might have been called. I'm sorry. I'm angry. I'm frustrated at that, but I still believe in our defense. Yeah. Now the attack is where it's about time. It's about time now. Obviously, Hand of Arsenal tweeted saying Victor Gyökeres is still a doubt for the weekend, and Hand of Arsenal, since a little while now, and he's built his credibility up to a point where even this summer I went from reporting on Fabrizio and Ornstein tweets to adding a Hand of Arsenal into there as well. So he said Victor Gyökeres is out, not out, a doubt, sorry, which further just adds to if I'm feeling like the attack has lost something without Gabriel, then the attack without a Gyökeres already has lost something. I know Madueke seems to be close to return, but he's not a striker. So is Marino starting up top for us? I think Havertz, I'm not too sure. I mean, who did I see today? I saw someone today at the airport, and I think he said Havertz has had a setback. But listen, this ain't me reporting on that. I'm asking the community, is that true? I haven't seen anything. Literally, I've had to catch up with quite a few things. It's nice to see that or hear that Calafiori is going to be all right. You know, but yeah, let me quickly scroll up. Minor setback. Oh yes, he's out, says Ryan. Okay. Marnie says, I'm not panicking, brother. I'm not panicking. Like I said, we're 4 points clear, but the attack, with the defense the way it was and the set piece is working the way they have been, right? The attackers had the time and breathing space, right? Because as much as Gyökeres has had pressure from opposition fans, we as Arsenal fans have, because we're winning games, because we're doing so comfortably most of the time, because things are working most of the time, we're not looking at the attack too much. All of a sudden now, listen, Saka, brilliant goal against Sunderland. Even better goal, whoever England played, right? Come back and let's see that Saka efficiency, GA game week game, that we're used to. Because right now I feel like we're gonna need more from open play. And I just think that goes without saying. This ain't, Albert Einstein out here. Without Gabriel, our set piece threat isn't as dangerous as it has been. Gyökeres, if Gyökeres comes back in this Sunday, albeit from an injury, pressure's increased on him. You've had your integration, you've got your goals, you've improved your performances, you've knitted a few of that together over the game weeks, picked up a knock, an injury, unfortunate, but the situation we're in now, listen, you come back in, you score. You score. This is the things that the knock-on effect it has. Madueke, it's all good and well. 3-4 games beginning of the season, doing a little, drop of the shoulder there, a jink there, without the end product, but exciting us a little from the wings, which we haven't had much of over the years. Now it's time to G&A that when you come back, to G&A that. Don't think I haven't seen the wages thing that came out, because in the summer people were saying, oh, the wages are under 100k. It's not, it's over. But let's put that to the side, because I'm not moaning. I'm just saying these players, attacking players, whether it's Saka, who's already back, or whether it's Gyökeres and Madueke, who are going to come back, the pressure's on to start playing a bit better in open play. Some of that goes on the midfield too. Hopefully, I don't know about Odegaard. I think did the Norway manager say he's still out for a little while? Again, I read that just scrolling through somewhere, but again, I'm asking the community more so than me saying it as a fact. Eze, sorry, I was continuing. People, don't get it twisted. I was continuing, because that was Odegaard into Eze, because we have missed Odegaard, because Eze hasn't, over 90-minute games, grasped the role yet. Now, again, like with Gyökeres, like with Saka, like with Madueke, like with, I won't say Martinelli, Trossard, because I feel like Martinelli and Trossard have delivered what they should be delivering in the roles they are playing, which is bit part in, out, impact, sub, you start, shake it all about. Yeah, we've had big moments. They've won us games. They've been part of winning us games. It's the rest, which includes Eze, because as a whole, this attack needs to, because as much, look, I've just talked about Gyökeres, then I went to Madueke, and Eze is, even bigger. Big signing, let it all work out, big fee, coming home, opportunity presents itself, because Odegaard has had an injury. Listen, there's two ways to look at these things. Odegaard injury, damn it. Odegaard injury, opportunity, right? And that's what Eze, probably seen it as. But from what we've seen of him in that position, it makes me anyway think that Odegaard that we saw against Newcastle and Bilbao, I think we need him back in, and maybe Eze go over to the left. which again, remember me in the summer, I wanted Rodrigo on the left, I wanted Eze in the middle, because I see Eze as a central player. But the way we're playing football at the moment, I feel like it's still a bit too slow in the transition. There's not enough space like he's used to against for Crystal Palace, right? So that's something he's got to get over. There's no acclimatization to the country, he's from here, but there's an acclimatization to the opposition now that he faces. But all of the attack need to do better. That's my point. All of the attack, bar Martinelli, Trossard. Martinelli, Trossard, do what you've been doing. Do what you've been doing. It's fine. Everyone else, do better, do more. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. You know, Mourinho will probably start on the weekend against Tottenham. I don't even see Mourinho as an attacker to judge him, but Mourinho does what he needs to do. You know, I mean, in terms of all of our strikers in the past 8 months, he's probably got the best goals to games return from starting up front. Like it's crazy. But yeah. What can we do? Jesus still a month away. I'm seeing him in training for a month. It's this and it's 2 ACLs. Even with Jesus, I can't. And this is a sad story because I can't forget that Jesus' return initially off the back of the first ACL, he wasn't the same player. He just didn't have that agility anymore, and that's what is sad about it. Because Jesus as a footballer, don't forget, at one point I said he's the best footballer in the side in terms of pure baller. You know, he's got the most skill, the skill set. But that injury, because he's such a ball into feet spin-off player, which puts a lot on the knees, that first ACL had major impact in terms of how agile he was in the turn. And that is one of his biggest moves, or has been one of his biggest moves. Now, an ACL on the other leg, we can only hope for the best. We can only hope for the best. But how, after such a great summer in terms of filling out this squad to the way, you know, to the way it has been, how have we ended up like this? And it's a mix of muscle injuries and knocks. Like, you know, I've seen people blame Arteta and say that, you know, the amount of muscle injuries, the amount of game time, the amount of pressure in training probably played a part. And I see people on the other side saying it's all about luck. I think there's a mix. I think there's a real mix. Because, for example, let's just take Odegaard. Shoulder. Comes back, shoulder. Comes back, knee. None of that is muscle related or on Arteta. And I think the same can be said for Madueke, knee injury, right? Whereas GYOKERES, even GYOKERES, I mean, it's unfortunate that he's picked up the injury, but with Havertz out, he's had to kind of play pretty much the majority of games. And I can't lie to you, as a fan, you've seen him taken off 60, 70 minutes in without a goal. I'm kind of not vexed about it. We're winning games, but frustrated that he's not getting the full 90. So I can't now sit here after he's played the amount of games he's played this season, because Havertz has been out, and say, Arteta, what are you doing? So I've got to be real on that front. It's a mix of luck and the football we play, the intensity, the work rate, the standards. It's a mix, but we've got depth now in the squad. So yes, as much as this has been a negative tone to it, it comes up to, we should still be good enough to beat Tottenham. We should still be good enough to beat Chelsea. Bayern in between, it might be the sacrifice. It might be the sacrifice, because we can't afford any more injuries to key players, you know. And in my honest opinion, the way Haaland's moving, the way City, you know, have moved in previous seasons. I know that they're not the same team, but it's the same manager. Let's not forget that. You know, it's easy to say it's not the same City. I agree. It's the same manager. That's probably worse, you know. So you don't want to be giving them any more blood to circle around. So next week, we've got 3 games. 2 Premier League are of the utmost importance, in my opinion. And the Bayern Munich one, I mean, we have to see where we're at. The Bayern Munich one, I'd probably, if Madueke, Havertz, Odegaard, whoever out of these injured players, if they're on the bench against Tottenham, then they should play against Bayern. and getting 55, 60, 65 minutes. I know that weakens us, and I know that means Bayern probably beat us. I say probably. I mean, I've just gone to Seville to see a heavily rotated Turkey side pull out a 2-2 draw in Spain against the European champions and probably the best national side in the world right now. So can't give in like that, especially considering how much we say, hey, we got a great squad. Big squad, great squad, happy squad, right? It's time to show it. It's time to see if that belief makes sense. So let's go back. Actually, let's get the super chats in first. Shaki says kebab. I don't know what that bit says, but it says love from Croatia and the turkey flag. So I'm assuming you love a good kebab, mixed doner. I don't know, but yeah, who doesn't? Who doesn't? Faisal says, calm down. We have Hincapié. Who's better? It's calm. Firstly, I'm very calm, Faisal. I'm very calm. Secondly, are you okay? Hincapié is better than who? Gabriel. I think you should calm down. I think you should calm down, brother, because that is insane. You know, even if you've seen enough of him for Bayer Leverkusen, the level is completely different. So I don't know if I'm misreading this super chat, but me calm down, you calm down. But he adds, trust my manager. It's our season. Stop being negative. Oh, that's one of the sensitive ones I talked about earlier, people. Hey, Faisal, get the paracetamol, get the Calpol. Get it now. Preempt this headache that's coming. Because it's crazy that a man can be frustrated because a player has played a meaningless international game and got injured. Not just a player, our most important player, probably the best centre-back in the world at this moment in time, probably, arguably for some. Regardless, the importance of this player missing for 2 months. I'm sorry, I'm not just gonna. What am I, the Joker? Shall I paint the face? So you know what? Fuck it. The way people say I never smile and I'm always upset, I might actually do a video with the Joker paint. I might. Just so the smile is always there. And I'll ask you, why are you so serious? You know, because I'm frustrated at Gabriel, but I'm optimistic about the squad depth. Hey, pick up the community. Pick up the community. Internet ready. Come on. Now we will see the greatness of Mikel. Yeah, big test. Big test. Big test at a time where inexperience is no longer an excuse or a reason. You've had all the experience in the world with different formulas and issues and races, and it all has ended the same way. And that's why there was always pressure going into this season. But now obstacles have been put in front of us. It's not a whole, he's learning. Nah. Have you learned? Are you better for the experiences? You have to be, you know, you have to be. This is elite level sport. We're on the cusp of something. We cannot let these things derail us, you know, because every great side, every team that has, they've had obstacles in front of them, some more than others. But don't ever get it twisted. This is not unique to us. It's a problem. It's frustrating. And we can go, what kind of luck is this? But trust me, many great sides have felt like that before achieving greatness. So we cannot let it cloud and dwell. I've talked enough about the negative impact of missing Gabriel and what I feel, but I've also always caveated that with, we've got a squad now. We've got a manager that should have learned from these experiences in the past, should be better placed to deal with these sorts of issues. You know, it's not a new issue. We've had it before. You know, leading the way is not a new problem with a shark circling. We've done it before. It didn't end well, but how do you twist that around, right? So, yeah. Hopefully I'm making sense, people. Hopefully I'm making sense. Some say negative, but we all know realistic, says Stevie, is the more accurate description. I mean, it's not all of us know. Not all of us. HM says this is not the giddy Turkish we've seen on Big Six, brother. We ain't done Big Six since last Monday. And I said last Monday, Thank God for international break right now, because the way the attack is looking, we need at least 3 of those men back. Little did I know, 10 days later, I'm going to be here talking about Gabriel also being out. So, I mean, Giddy can change. It can change real quick. Some might say flip flop. I'm just a football fan. I'm just an Arsenal fan. I think this is all I know. This is all I know. Rice will be are fit. They're the most important depth. Rice will be our fit. They're the fit. They're most important depth shit. Oh, okay. I think you're basically saying Gabriel being out isn't as damaging as Rice or Zubi being out, because who's behind them is a far superior drop off. I mean, I get the argument, but I think it's an argument. Like, we could say the same for Gabriel. I know the drop off in quality might seem, because behind Zubi it's Norgard and behind Rice it's Marino, I guess, or Eze maybe sometimes with Odegaard, I don't know. But Gabriel, I mean, in importance, defensive and offensive, he's by far been the most important player this season, my opinion. Big up Brandon as always, my guy. I hope you're well. Time for the other general in Saliba to anchor the defense. No excuses. We must find a way. I actually disagree here, Brandon. I think Saliba has been anchoring the defense. I think he's reached that stage where he's that defender that is just gonna go under the radar most games, because he is just so clean at what he does. Do you get what I'm saying? What you are right about, though, actually, is with a new companion at the back, with a new partner at the back. That's where he needs to show that it's not, his leadership and his time at this club so far, and his pain losing that 2 seasons on a Premier League title and so on over the years, shines through a bit more with a newbie in Hincapié next to him, even a newbie in Calafiori, who, let's be honest, how many games has he played at left centre back for us? Not enough. Not enough. We got real ball talk, brother. Hope you and the man them are good, man. Hope you're good. The man himself, the legend, Turkish. Great to see all you're doing, my bro. Keep shining, brother, and sending love. Come on. Appreciate that always, my bro. We got way back. Remember, for 50 months as well. Come on, that's 50 months. I never released anything for members, and you're out there 50 months, bro. I know you're supporting the thing, but that just makes me feel like it's crazy. I'm gonna do something soon. I got a few more. Faisal's back. Let's have it. Gabby is not our most important player. It's Zubamendi. He's replaceable. We have to stop being negative. Trust my manager. He's top in the Prem. We win it this season. I mean, this whole who's our most important player thing, I didn't say definitively. It's my opinion that Gabriel is or has been our most important player this season. And I could make an argument on 2 fronts, defensively and offensively. With Zubamendi, I think you can also argue he's been one of our most important. You can make an argument that defensively, he's done his thing covering the back line. I think offensively, we still need to see more from Zubamendi. Whether that's getting used to his partners in crime now, or whether that's getting used to the pace of the Prem, or whether that's the system that's the issue. On the attacking front, I need to see a bit more. And don't get it twisted. I like Zubamendi. But I think in an argument for most important player this season, there's a stronger argument for Gabriel on the defensive side in comparison to Zubi. And I think there's a stronger argument for Gabriel on the offensive side in comparison to Zubi. So it's all opinions. That's your opinion, brother. What I disagree with is to stop being negative, because from what you're saying here, if Zubamendi was out, you'd be upset. That's all it is. Gabriel's out and I'm upset. It's not negative. I still think we beat Tottenham. I still think we should beat Chelsea. Let's see what the squad's like next week. I do think that Bayern Munich's probably bad timing considering the squad. But then again, some of these players that come back, Madueke, GYOKERES, Havertz, whoever it is, the attack needs something. Maybe that something is you. So make it count when you return. Each and every one of you being paid handsomely. Stringer Bellin says, Eze, a left winger, not a 10. He's a moments player, and sometimes he's ghosting the 10 because he's not a high volume touches guy like Odegaard. We always notice Odegaard on the pitch. We do. But this is where Odegaard for me dropped deep too often. And that's why when it came to the attack, I felt like he's not there enough. And that caused a bit of the problem on the transition, the attack, the creating chances aspect, right? But it does get him on the ball a lot. I don't think we need a 10 that does that now, considering we got Zubi and Rice, who can both break the lines. Let's be real. Like Zubi with his passing, Rice with his running. You know, you've got what you need there. You don't need Odegaard dropping back, right? So I think the 10 demands something a bit different. Look at Odegaard against Bilbao. That Odegaard, in my opinion, was it Bilbao or Olympic? Who was it again when he was feeding GYOKERES like a mother feeds their child? Yeah, he was feeding him. And GYOKERES was unlucky not to score that one that Martinelli tapped in, but he was being fed well. You know, full belly that day, but he threw up. There was no, was there a goal? There wasn't a goal, but he played well. That game for me showed the new role we need for the 10. Out your feet, get it to the player, you know, breaking the line up front, GYOKERES. Maybe Eze cutting in from the left. I think that's the 10 we need. You know, Odegaard needs to come back and do what he was doing before, you know, getting injured again. And Eze needs to get used to it. So I disagree, you know, that it's definitive that he's better on the left, but I agree that right now it looks like for us he'd be better on the left. Just in time, don't you think? Don't you think Odegaard dropped deeper last 40 months because of instruction from Teta? We relied on him too much on build up. I feel like with Zubi, it'll be yeah. I do feel like with Zubi it'll be different. I do feel like it's Arteta's instruction because if I'm the manager and I'm keep on seeing my 10 go back and collect the ball, surely you say something. Surely you say, yo, what are you doing? Stay up there. If I see you back again, you're off. And listen, we haven't had an abundance of quality to be saying that to Odegaard over the years. But what I mean is, in that, you know, it must be instruction. But that instruction must have changed with Zubimendi coming in. Must have. Must have. So the super chats are flying, and I want to talk to the. I want to bring up the live chat as well, but I also want to respect that people have put money into the super chats. Big up DM Arsenal Archives as always, people. Anytime he's here commenting, I always big up his channel. Because if you're an Arsenal fan, especially one that was raised and bred in the Emirates era, then go over to this channel because there's a lot of quality stuff from the hybrid days. And I don't need to say more than that. Big up, my guy. Hope you're well. We haven't spoken in a little while. Actually, yeah. I mean, I haven't even replied back to the whole GYOKERES thing, but yeah, we'll talk, man. No coincidence. The same team get the same injury crisis at the same point in the season every season. Do or die time starting Sunday. 0102 was an injury-ridden season. Look how we came through it. Yeah, 0102 was. That's against United at Old Trafford. We didn't have Henry and Bergkamp, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we didn't have Henry or Bergkamp against United at Old Trafford, where Wiltord went and scored the winner to seal the league title. Like I said, every great team has those moments leading up to greatness where, oof, could have done without that. Oof, that's unfortunate. Penalty? Are you mad? All of these things happen to great teams too, not just teams that have nearly got over the line. So yeah, I agree, my brother. Ab says, are we going to see the real Turkish come Monday after the North London derby or the giddy Turkish? Hey, it depends on the result. I'm a results-based man. Some call it flip-flop. Whatever. If we beat Tottenham, smoke Tottenham, happy days. We drop points to Tottenham. What do you think you're going to see? Regardless of us being top, we're home against Tottenham. You know, that City Newcastle game, very important. I'm going to be watching that one because if City beat Newcastle, that's all, you know, you can't ask me how I'm going to feel on Monday when it's, you know, things are all, you know, slotting into different places at different times. And depending on how those things slot in, we'll talk. We could be 7 points clear. If Newcastle beat City and we beat Tottenham, we could be 7 clear of them. I'm going to be giddy. If City beat Newcastle and we draw to Tottenham, then it'd be, what would it be? 2 points? Saying that's making me laugh because I said we ain't seen second again not too long ago. We better beat Tottenham. We better beat Tottenham. We got 1.2K in the building. Let's try hit 1,000 likes. I know it's a stretch, but there's 1,200 people here. You know, why can't we hit 1,000 likes? Haven't you got thumbs? Shit, you might not have thumbs. Some people don't have thumbs, but there's things that you can do to hit that like button. Yeah, I don't know. There's index. There's different types of fingers that you can use. You know, there's even automated. You might be able to talk to the phone to like. I don't know, but like it. 1,200 people here. The engagement's always good. So let's try to get 1,000 likes. Let's try to get 1,000 likes. I don't know how we got there, but use that. Use that index. Use your nose, but the community know 1,000 likes, nose, thumb, index, knee, whatever you need to use. Not whatever, definitely not whatever. There's some things you don't use, not to like this video on this channel. But everything out and about, you can use that. You can use that. Amici says, going mad. I ain't done a live in a long time still. Might get cancelled. Big up Turkish. What do a back four of Saliba, Calafiori, Timber, and Hincapié? What? Hey, AFCA Amsterdam. Yup, Maholm. Big up Turkish. What do I think of the back four? Saliba, Calafiori, Timber, Hincapié. Haven't seen it to think anything. Profile wise, listen, I don't mind it. I actually still think Calafiori is a better left centre back than a left back. So I wouldn't mind him slotting in. I don't know if Hincapié is a better left back or a left centre back. I know Timber's solid. I know Saliba's solid, and that's it. You know, so it's about seeing them. It's about seeing them. Aye, is that Guna Lee? Come on. Man said, shout out, my bro. We got a link soon. Aye, Lee. I'm gonna message you, bro. I ain't seen you or talk to you in quite a while, my bro. Quite a while since probably a watch along last season. Faisal says, Faisal, are you on some like THC shisha or something? What side am I on? What's going on? I don't understand. You're flipping and you're spending your own money to flip, and you're confused at the same time, brother. Trust me, break that debit card in half, because you don't know what's going on right now. Because the side I'm on is, I predicted us to win the league before the season started. I predicted it after the deadline day, and I've been I've maintained it throughout. But yeah, Arsene Wenger said, Salam Abi, come on, time for the great Berta to get new medical staff in January. Also, Gabriel didn't need to, bro. You might have just come here. I spoke about this earlier. The need for him to play those games, or that game, sorry, those games in general, nonsense. And that's why Ancelotti's there. I'm sorry about this, because he knows what he done. He knows what he done. Who says that? You know what? Just busy. Come on, big up, just busy. You know what you done. Ancelotti knew what he did. He knew what he did. About I'm sorry. Move. Don't say sorry, because that's a. You're saying sorry because you know you shouldn't have done that. You know. Big up Ben. Who's one player you'd love to see Arsenal get in January? I can't lie, the 65 million clause on Semenyo is tempting, and I think our defensive depth is good enough to not touch it at all. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I think it goes without saying. That would be the one. I think Semenyo, you know, left foot, right foot, can play either side. His trajectory has been, you know, on the up. Am I convinced he's going to be great? No, but I'm convinced that he has stuff, a skill set that we need more of. You know, I say we need more of because we've got some excitement on the wings now. Well, I say now, I mean, we saw 3 games of Madveke, but Semenyo is another level because he's also got end product to his game too. He's both footed. He can play across the front 3. So for me, I'm with you. Semenyo would be the one because all in 65 M's, same league. I mean, it makes sense in every, perspective, from every angle, in my opinion. But yeah, I agree. Hopefully, you don't think that's a cop out. But I mean, you laid it on a plate, and I finished it, or you finished it and I claimed it. Either way, yeah. Grizz Khan, hey Semenyo, Grizz. Didn't you say hey to Semenyo to Liverpool? Wait, are you saying hey Semenyo Liverpool now? Are you saying hey Semenyo Liverpool? Listen, I'll take Yildiz though, Vince. I'll take Yildiz, but I don't think Yildiz is available for anything less than. Actually, Italian clubs, they're a bit funny. I'd say you could probably get him for 80 mil as well, probably ish. I don't know. Could our system kill Semenyo skills? It could. You know what I mean? Our attack still needs some fine tuning, to say the least. So it's hard to envision what a new player looks in the attack because we need the attack to look better. Sorry. Pavanjit, big up Turkish. Saw your underrated 11 vid on the Big Six. I feel like a combined 11 to not win a Champions League or Premier League or go to a World Cup would slap. Tried Turkish tea the other day. How do man drink that without sugar and milk? Hey, don't you dare put milk in Turkish tea. Do not dare. You on the wrong streets, you could be finished for that. You do not put milk in Turkish tea, bro. But sugar, you are right. I don't know how some people drink it without sugar. One sugar's enough. Little, one cube. But you do not put milk in Turkish tea, bro. Seriously. Don't do that outside. That's for sure. You do not do that outside. But yeah, one sugar. Oof, listen. That's a good night. You put the chai done look on, few hours. Soon anyway, soon. Turkish tea therapy. Therapy with Turkish and some tea. Tea with Turkish and some therapy. Still thinking about the show name, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Inadvertent rage bait. It's all mad. Benji, come on, you know milk. Facts. That's what it's gotta be. Let's oh, there's one from Brandon again. Big up Brandon. Does this say more about Gabriel knowing what's at stake? If I'm him, I'm sick. Cough, cough. Gotta get that trophy by any means necessary. Yes, yes. Because again, like I said, I understand playing for your country is an amazing thing. It's a beautiful achievement, and it's a proud moment. I understand that, but you're not a young buck. You're not. It's not a debut. It's not integral. You're there. You're at the World Cup. You're there, brother. So you've done what you needed to do for Brazil. You haven't. It's harsh, but you haven't achieved what you want to achieve. That's how I'll put it, because that's not harsh. You haven't achieved what you want to achieve for Arsenal. You've achieved what you want to achieve for Brazil now. Obviously, you want to achieve more, win the World Cup. Cool, that's then. But you've done what you need to do for Brazil now. Do what you need to do for us. Whether that's a cough, cough, or whether that's Carlo. Listen, forget this game. Even be honest. I don't need you to lie. Just be honest, because you're so important of a player. It's not like the manager can be like, how disrespectful. You're never coming back to the national. They can't do that to Gabriel. He's got a certain level of clout. See, Abdullah's one, but listen, we got Faisal back in the building. He hasn't broken that debit card yet. It's fine. It's fine. He's even upped it. He's even put £8 more on top of the last one. Acting like we don't have 5 other centre backs, which 3 of are better than Gabby. Brother, send me another super chat. Make it £20 this time, and tell me which 3 are better than Gabby. Which 3 centre backs do we have better than Gabriel? £20. If he does this, don't. Faisal, I'm joking. Break the debit card. Which 3 are better than Gabriel? It's a loss, but I expected this, and Eze needs to know this ain't Crystal Palace because it's looking spooky. He's been horrible. Stop being negative, Faisal. What's wrong with you? When my manager and my Eze wins this league, yeah, stay on that side, brother. Yeah, please. See how we can both do it? That's why I'm a bit confused, Faisal. That's why I'm a bit confused. Put the shisha down. Put the shisha down. Abdullah, big up. After the Chelsea game, we might only have Gabriel out. We have a huge squad. I doubt we'll go into the market unless we sell Martinelli or Jesus. I mean, I think Jesus it's not part of it. If we sell Jesus, I don't think Jesus is replaced. Jesus has just been non-existent in terms of our thought process for so long now that I if he was to go in January, which I highly doubt, and if he was to go, we wouldn't get much, if anything, for it'd just be wages off the. I don't envision us getting someone in. And listen, I didn't envision us to go and do what we done in the summer in terms of total spent and trying to fill out as many gaps as we did, if I'm honest with you. So maybe it isn't. Maybe we sell Jesus and get Semenyo. Dreams. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Lee Slims, come on. I was wondering where you are, my bro. I know I ain't done a live in a little while, but I was thinking, hey, Lee jump ship. No, I'm joking. I might be alone when I say I no longer want Rodrigo. Seen Rodrigo this season. I mean, yes, he hasn't kicked on, he hasn't impressed. Still think there's a player there. I still think there's a player there. But at the same time, things change quickly in football. His price tag is what? 100 mil. Semenyo's is 65. January, 100 mil signing on top of what? A 300 million window. I try and keep it realistic, right? So for me, Rodrigo was someone I wanted in the summer. Might be someone I want next summer. But for now, looking at January, that's might as well not even dare think about that. In terms of what I've seen of him this season, yeah. I mean, and I've watched quite a bit of Real because Arda Güler, Real's best player. Bit of bias there, but I'm gonna stand on it. I'm gonna stand on it. So yeah, he needs to do more. He needs to do more. We got Arsene Wenger, Turkish. Sit this one out. Faisal, put your father's debit cards back in his wallet. Faisal, I hope that's not your dad. I don't want no Papa Faisal emails saying, "Yo, like, why is my son spending this on your channel?" To be honest, got this mad feel that Jesus will win us the Premier League. Shall I be honest with you? I don't want to be honest with you, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really want to be. Not here, not right now, what I'm about to say. But it has crossed my mind that Havertz wins us the Premier League. It has crossed. And that's a thought, you know. It's a thought. And I'd love it. I don't care if Havertz wins us the Premier League. I don't care if Tommy Setford wins us the Premier League, honestly. But thoughts like this cross your mind. Injured players coming back into the fold. You think, oof, is there a remontada, as they say over there in Spain, Madrid, Seville, Barca? I don't know where they say that. Where they say it. They said it in the Real dressing room last season after the first leg, but there wasn't a remontada. Give me Yildiz over Semenyo and Rodriguez. Yildiz is, you see how I've, over the last year and a half, a lot of people have asked me about Yildiz, and I've said hella potential. Not up there with Arda. I still don't think as a footballer he's Arda Güler potential and levels, but Yildiz has in the past 6 months has really matured in his football. I don't feel like he's that young player anymore. Like Arda, I look at them as two more young leaders now than anything. So yeah, I'll take. We need a Turkish player, bro. We need a Turkish player, man. This ain't fair, man. We need a Turkish player. It ain't fair. Just give us one. I mean, people are gonna say Mesut pick Germany. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's just not the same. JJ says, big up, my bro, Turkish. Big up JJ, actually, as well. Come on, long time. Love for the love, my G. And it's so amazing to see Turkish LDM thriving. Keep up the quality content flowing. I hope Arteta finds a trick or two to get us through this tough run. Come on, you Gunners. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I looked at this run as tough as our last run, which was the Burnley. Was it Prague? Where was we away in the Champions League? Prague. Yeah, it was Prague. Burnley, Prague, and Sunderland. I looked at that 3 away games, long distance. Yeah, I thought we'll do well to get a clean sweep out of these 3. Tottenham, Bayern, Chelsea. before this Gabriel injury, before that Sunderland game where Gyökeres the injury, what's happened, and I still felt like this week I was very confident. You know, now with Gabriel injury, with the news that Gyökeres is still a doubt, with the news that Havertz has also had a setback, the realization that Marino will be starting up top unless Arteta completely flips the script. Yeah, I mean, going into a week with Marino up top is not ideal, even though he's pulled out for us against the very best in the past. Oh, we've passed an hour. That was quick. That was very quick. I can't lie to you. Big up the community. Let me see how many likes we're on, because I did ask earlier. 600 likes. Well, 599. It's not quite 600, but yeah. Well, like we said, not everyone's got fingers and thumbs, so it can happen. It can happen. Faisal, Timber, Mosquera, Hincapié, all better. I told you to make it £20, man. I told you to make this £20, just so you can regret it. £5, you're not going to regret it. You're probably giggling to yourself right now. Timber's a better left centre back than Gabriel. I mean, Timber's a beast, so I'm going to put him out of the equation. He can play anywhere. Mosquera and Hincapié. I hope they are better, but I can't say they're better, and nor can you. Nor can you. But yeah, I don't know what to say to you, Faisal, man. And also, Starboy Saka, sick of that guy. He's been worse than Verts. He's going to cost us if he doesn't step up or leave. This interaction, Faisal, started with you saying I shouldn't be negative, and also saying when we win the league, I should stay on that side. Your last two super chats have been quite critical of Saka and Gabriel. And I'm sure there was someone else in the mix as well. So this is interesting. It's like you've come full circle. How do you feel about that? Let me know with a £20 super chat. Big up Pratisha. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Met out in South Africa. Come on. Supported that backyard chat. Love for the love as always. Gavin says Gabby injury will force more attacking play for goals with a question mark. I mean, it does force us to think of alternatives, but I think those alternatives should have been thought about prior to any Gabriel injury, because all season we've kind of been trying to shape the attack into one that ticks enough to create an abundance of good chances, even against a low block. Again, we're not the greatest team of all time that's coming against low blocks week in, week out. And it's something that nobody's ever seen before. Every great team comes up against the majority of sides that decide to sit back because guess what? You're a very good team on the verge of greatness, or you're a great team that's achieved greatness. It's nothing new, people. So we just got to figure out a way. We just got to figure out a way. Curtis says those 300k contracts scare me. Hopefully it's not a jinx on Saka. I mean, as an Arsenal fan, we sure have, done some amazing things with the money, we've decided to spend on wages over the years. And sometimes it can have a detrimental effect. I don't think that's the case with Saka, honestly. And listen, coming off the last two games and last two goals, well, I say two games, he played the other one as well. The goal for England and the goal for us against Sunderland. I think two very nice goals, well taken goals. Kick on now. Kick on now. But you are the guy again. And by again, I mean, over the years, we've always looked at Saka. When we've faced some tough times in attack, we always look at Saka. Even this season, well, I say even this season a bit different because Gyökeres comes in, Eze comes in, takes a bit of the attention away. He gets injured early. Madueke comes in, jink, everyone going mad, takes a bit of attention away. Now it's different. Madueke has been out. Odegaard's been out. Eze hasn't been great overall. So, the eyes are back on you. So, yeah, Saka will do his thing against Tottenham. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm pretty sure of it, and Stanley's pretty sure of it too. Because if we do win 5-0, then Saka's definitely getting a G or an A or a GA. Easy win on Sunday. He says 5-0. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. If we return from international break with, the problems we've had in attack with a 5-0 win against Tottenham, very nice. But listen, this is a Tottenham side. This ain't Ange. This is Thomas Frank. In my opinion, a good manager, a solid manager. So yeah. Abdullah says, I don't agree that we have a better defense. I don't agree that we have a better defender than Gabriel, but I do think we are overreacting. Our defense is a unit, and we need more open play goals either way. Yeah, but I mean, by we are overreacting, Abdullah, though, do you think any of this has been overreaction? Because again, I have always said throughout this video that I'm frustrated, I'm angry at the manner of the injury, why he played that game, but I'm also comfy knowing that defensively, I think the unit speaks for itself, and man should be able to slot in and do what they have seen Gabriel do defensively. It's the attack that worries me. And here you say we need more open goals either way. We do, but the pressure on that has intensified tenfold because it's Tottenham, it's Bayern, it's Chelsea. Move Bayern out of it, because even Champions League, we will qualify from the group even if we lose that game. It's Tottenham, it's Chelsea. Two big games that might follow a City win against Newcastle away. Because at this moment in time, we're all thinking, City about it. Are they not? We're looking at that game, we're thinking, listen, they just lost to Villa, but then they closed the gap the week after against Liverpool emphatically. Are they really about it? Are they Sharks? Are they Dolphins? We don't really know yet, right? I think this Saturday, 5:30, it's a big game, and we will find out. Just in time. Hey, Big Steve, how can you come in when I say, are you Sharks or are you Dolphins? Bro, we're going to find out 5:30. We're going to find out 5:30. Big up. You'll be sweet. Yeah, on the attacking front, Steve. I mean, I don't know how sweet we're going to be, but yeah. We'll be all right defensively. I agree with that. The timing was mad. Are they Sharks or are they Dolphins? Big Steve typing. You just hear. Big up. But I do think, you see that 5:30 game Saturday? If City win, I'm going to be nervous. I'm telling you, I'm honest. If City win that game, I'm going to be nervous. But it's not about me, it's about the players, and they can't be showing nerves. They've been through it twice. Learn. I didn't go through that. I witnessed that. I can't learn from that because I wasn't really a part of that. I just watched it. It's them man that need to learn off it. Don't you worry about us. Go subscribe to Big Steve, and not only Big Steve, we are the South Standards. Well, him and Daps are doing good things over there, consistent as well. So make sure you show him some love. Faisal again. Faisal, this must be the last one. I'm going to wrap up the show after this anyway. Saka, Eze, GYOKERES have been horrible, and they're supposed to lead us or lead the attack. And Saka is my favorite player, but I would trade him for Yildiz. Nah, you see, you're definitely on the THC shisha. You're definitely on that. 100%. 100%. I'm Turkish, and I wouldn't swap Saka for Yildiz. 100%. You know what? Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. We'll just leave it there, people. We'll just leave it there. Hit the like button if you haven't hit that like button already. Unless the stream is sponsored by Faisal. Faisal, send me your logo. I'm gonna bang it on. No Dan Burn, by the way, says Vince. Oh, that's City's their favourites. Then they're gonna win that. They're gonna win that on Saturday. But we're fucked. We're fucked. Man, then paying to rage bait. Vince, I told him break the card. I can't do much more than that apart from lock the stream off, and I'm about to lock the stream off, people. But listen, it's flown by. To be honest, I should do a little bit more considering it's been a while, but I do plan to bring these back more regularly. If you do want to see them, if you want to see maybe once a week, a one mic live, once every 2 weeks, hit that like button. Let's get to 1,000 likes. There's still 1,200 here. We're still not on 1,000 likes. Use what you need to hit that like button. Make sure you hype the video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. A lot of you I'm seeing in the analytics, watching but not subscribing. Subscribe. Bum, index, nose, knee. do what you need to do, people. And I'll be back when I'm back tomorrow. Loose Cannons out roughly midday. Match preview for Tottenham. I think I'm gonna bring them back. Well, bring that back for Tottenham for sure. It's a big week coming up, so why not? When we get the injury news Friday, I'll do something around that. Mob Sunday. Tobes in the building. I'm in the building. That's a big one Sunday, so make sure you're there for that. Big Six Thursday night, tomorrow night. Aye, busy. I've just landed, people. I need to relax. But yeah, love for the love. See you when I see you. And that'll be tomorrow. Not long to wait to see this beautiful face again. You're probably disliking the vid now. Don't do that. It's a job.